Hello everyone, this is Kanisha from Department of Costume Design and Fashion, KSR College of Arts and Science for Women, Tiruchengood. And this is my topic about historic costumes of India. Here, popular fashion in 20th century. The flapper dress, which is called evening dresses, with its dropped waistline and rising hemline began to be commonplace and was helped to popularity by Coco Chanel. Evening dresses became popular again, and while they often followed the same shape as per wear flapper dresses, they tended to have more ornate decorations made of beadwork and embroidery. Next, fashion designer in 20th century. Saint Laurent 1936 to 2008 founded his Maison de Decor in 1962 and along with Coco Chanel and Christian Dior. He is considered to be the most important fashion designer of the second half of the 20th century. Many of his inventions have written fashion history. Next, before the First World War, formal attire women, crotchets, long skirts, and elaborate hats. Men, three-piece suits, long hats, blouses. Social influences, clothing reflected social status and wealth. Regional influences, European styles dominated with influences from Asia and Africa. Key fabrics, luxurious materials like silk, velvet, and wool. Accessories, hats, gloves, and jewelry were essential. Fashion did not change very quickly. Men wore dark shirts, they had short hair and mustache, very popular. Women wore long dresses with a very narrow waists. They had long hair. Next, in the roving 20s dresses was transformative period of women's fashion. Flapper dresses were a defining feature of the era, characterized by loose skirts, slouts, shorter hemlines above the knee, less restrictive clothing, bold prints and bright colors, beading fringes and other embellishments. The flapper style symbolized freedom and independence for women during the Roving 20s. In the Roving 20 dresses and hair became much shorter. People saw women's knees for the first time, a straight figure with very wide legs called Oxford backs. Next, in the 1930s and 40s, bias, cut dresses, flowing, curving, hugging slopes, padded shoulders, adding a touch of masculinity to women's clothing, blouses and hats, elegant accessories that completed outfits. 1940s utility clothing, practical functional clothing for women working in factories and other war efforts. Military influence, military inspired jackets and trousers became fashionable. Hair, dresses, and coats became longer again. Men's fashion didn't change very much. Men wore a suit, a tie, and usually a hat too. Mustache went out of fashion. Next, in the 1950s, people were richer and teenagers spent lot of money on clothes. Men wore long jackets in very bright colors and very tight trousers. Brightly patterned dresses with tight waists and wide skirts and short socks were popular in women's. Both men and women wore shoes with long pointed toes. The women's shoes had high stiletto heels. Next, the 1960s were the time of the miniskirt and long boots. For the first time in the 20th century, men had long hair, the famous battle haircut. Young people drove fashion trends, embarrassing mode on styles. Miniskirts, hemline rose, and miniskirts became a defining feature. Stiff dresses, simple, easy to wear dresses were popular. Go boots, knee high boots were a staple. Next, in the late 90s and the early 70s, the colorful hippie style was in. Women wore loose maxi skirts or maxi dresses. Men wore jeans and bright colorly shirts or t-shirts. Very long hair was fashionable for men and beards became more common. Next, the late 70s disco era. Glittery, flashy outfits with shimmering fabrics and bold colors. Bill bottom jeans, wide legged pants were a staple. Platform shoes, high heels and platforms added height and drama. Hippie chic, flowery bohemian styles with tie dye, embroidery, and natural fabrics brought teenagers with punk hairstyles in red, blue, purple, and green, and brightly colored makeup. Next, in the late of 1980s and early 90s, big hair, volume at the roots and hairspray. Shoulder pads, dressing with padded shoulders in blazers and jackets. Neon colors, bright, fluorescently hues in clothing and accessories. 1990s, hip hop, baggy jeans, oversized clothing, and gold chains. Minimalism, simple minimalist clothing with clean lines. Loose casual clothes wear in fashion baggy trousers, a loose sweatshirt and baseball cap, usually back to front. Sports clothes like shoes were fashionable too. Thank you.